Welcome back. It is another reading vlog. Today is Friday. This is dumb. It's the Friday before Iron Flame is supposed to come out. Iron Flame is coming out in a couple of days, and I, for some reason, have decided to start this behemoth. So, way to go me, I guess. I am going to do my best to get through this whole book before Tuesday. And it's Friday, and I'm starting a day late on my reading vlog. So, I'm off to a great start so far. So I'm going to try to read this. I'm going to try to read some more of The Helm of Midnight. I'm still working on it. I don't have anything planned this weekend, so that means there's a good chance that I will have time to read. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna get through all 600-700 pages. When I got this book several months ago, I was flipping through it, and I flipped through the end, and I saw what is potentially a spoiler, and if it is a spoiler, I am very upset. So, working on this one. Purchased some books. I have a lot of stuff that's going to be coming in the mail in upcoming weeks. I finally got my copy of Green Fuse Burning. It's very small. It's just a novella. I read this a couple of weeks ago for a reading vlog, and I really enjoyed this. And the cover is so cool. I wish it wasn't shiny, but what can you do? It also has this really cool, artwork on the end papers. I think that's really cool. It's like beadwork. This is excellent. I highly recommend you check this out and get a copy. It's only like $20. It's an indie published, beautifully written. And we went to McKay's on Wednesday, so I've had these for a couple days. I got this. It's a signed copy of A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. I am so glad I looked at this. You guys know how I feel about a signed copy of something. So now I have a signed copy of this. I'm going to be getting rid of my other one. And then I need some help. I got this copy of Sorcery of Thorns, but it has purple sprayed edges. It has this sticker on it, which is like the indie next list. I can't find any information about why this has purple sprayed edges. So I don't know if it's like a special edition or if it's somebody sprayed the edges on their copy. So, but I really like the purple color. It's a good purple. I feel like it works well. So if anybody knows where this came from, I would love to know. I can't find it anywhere. So now I have 2 copies of A Sorcery of Thorns, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the 2 copies, but I have 2 copies. Anyways, so I'm just going to try to work on 2 books. If I had started this yesterday, I would have had some exciting news to report that I finished 2 books at the very beginning of the reading vlog. I managed to finish The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. It was great. Britney Spears, not a writer, okay, and it is a memoir, but it was really interesting to read all of the happenings from her perspective. And there's a special indie bookstore UK edition that I ordered. I have a problem, and me doing these videos is not helping. And I also finally finished Morning Glory Milking Farm. So I have a lot of stuff to do around the house today. I really need to clean. I say I'm going to clean in every video, and I end up never cleaning. I really need to clean because it's gross. The house is a mess. There's dust bunnies everywhere. So yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing today. And I will be back when I have something to update you with. Okay, here is a little tiny reading update for you because my camera is upstairs, and but I have been working on the audiobook. I decided today, that I'm not going to clean my house because that does not sound fun and exciting. Instead, I'm going to cut out as many of these little 3.5-inch squares as I possibly can out of random fabric scraps that I have to make a puff quilt. And I've been listening to the audiobook while I have been doing that. And I'm like, I think 10 chapters in, and it's so good. I was a little bit worried because I did listen to like the first 20 minutes yesterday while I was driving home. And I was kind of like spacing in and out. But now the story has picked up. And I don't know what I expected to happen, but it was not this. Orca continues to be my favorite character. She's an absolute fucking badass, okay? I aspire to be as badass as Orca. I mean, she was leaving her friends that she made. I'm trying really hard not to spoil in case maybe you haven't read the first one and you want to read the first one. She's leaving her friends that she made at the end of the book. And she says some kind of line like, you know, kill all your enemies and make a mountain out of their corpses. Like, that was her departing words to her friends. And I was like, hell yeah, Orca, make a mountain out of their corpses. So good. From now on, this is an Orca Stan YouTube channel. There can be no Orca slander. And in fact, I'm leaning towards no John Gwynne slander either, because when I started this book, you know, now mind you, I have read the first book twice. I physically read it, well, ebook read it. It's on Scribd, ebook version. And then I bought the audiobook because I thought my husband would enjoy it. And so we listened to the audiobook together. So I have read this book twice. I remembered pretty well what happened, even though it is like a high fantasy. When I started the audiobook, there was a list of terms, okay? There's a list of terms and characters, and also there was a recap up top. A recap! The very first couple of pages that went over each character and what happened with each character. Why is this not something that all authors are doing? They need to be doing this. It was genius. It's a tiny thing. It took like 3 or 4 pages because I looked at it when I got home. They need to be doing that. They need to be doing it. I don't understand why authors are not doing that. And bless you, John Gwynne. I have to read all of John Gwynne's books now. I have to, it's required. So anyways, I'm going to keep cutting out little squares and listening to this book. It's like 9 o'clock. I have been, no joke, listening to The Hunger of the Gods like all day. I've cleaned the house. I've done a lot of projects that I've been working on. I just do not want to stop listening to this book. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. John Gwynne writes the best fight sequences. They're so satisfying. And the other thing that I really like is that 2 of the main characters are women. Like 2 of the characters that we're kind of following. He loves a multi-POV. And the way that he like really executes just female rage, it's so good. It's so good. And like Orca's my favorite. She's so believable. She's so believable as a mom. Like, she's gonna do anything to get her kid back and to avenge her husband's death. It's so good and it's so satisfying. Like, I really hope she gets there. But yeah, I'm like absolutely loving it. And that's why I haven't like updated, just because like I've just been doing this like all day. So yeah, it's really good. I haven't read anything else. Actually, that's not true. So I forgot that I have an arc of Olivia Atwater's new book, The Witchwood something. I can't remember the title of it. I'll insert a picture here because, you know, and I am like 15% of the way through that one. I started it. It's a shorter book. I like it. I liked it a lot more. And then, so it's about a governess who is at this mansion and she has to like take care of this kid, but like things are not right. And
She got hired as a governess, but she's not really going to be a governess. She doesn't even like kids. And I was like, okay, this is all fine and good. And then she like met the kid and she was kind of mean to him, like unnecessarily mean to him. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm going to keep going. We're going to see. Somebody that I follow on TikTok read this and reviewed it. And I normally we like the same things. She liked this one, but didn't love it. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe that's where it's going to end up for me. So anyways, I look crazy because I've been cleaning and doing stuff around the house today. I haven't really left the house, so I'm gonna get back to cleaning so I can keep listening to my book, but that's the update. I'll have to show you guys what I made for dinner. Oh, okay. I went to Bookmarks last night. I got a new cookbook. I'll have to show you the cookbook. It's Sola Awaley's new cookbook, and if you like to cook and you don't follow Sola, what are you doing? She's amazing. And I made a video about chicken meatballs, and then I tried one of her recipes from the book for a sauce. It was delicious. It was really good. I think it's going to be my new favorite sauce. I'm going to put it on everything. It's like onions and ginger and a little soy sauce, and it's amazing. So I'm really excited to have her cookbook. Anyways, okay. I'm really done, but I'll insert some footage of me making dinner. Okay, bye. So it is Sunday afternoon. I have just a quick update on my reading. I have about 3 hours left of this audiobook at the speed that I'm listening. I am probably like 60% of the way through, 60 to 70% of the way through. It is so good. I don't want to stop reading. And yeah, it's really good. Really enjoying it. We went to McKay's, as we do, although this time we went to the one in Greensboro. I found a copy of Words of Radiance. This is book 2 in the Stormlight Archives. Wow. Very excited to have this. It's a first edition. Ooh, it has some very nice end paper artwork. Yeah, excited to get this. Have I read this series? No. Do I plan on reading it? Eventually. So at McKay's like a year ago, I found these 3 books, and I picked them up because they were 3 books in a series and they had this cool artwork on the side. And then I really liked the covers of these. I just thought they looked cool. And so I bought them because they were $5 a piece. And I was like, you know, maybe I'll read them eventually. But these were the only 3 that they had. So it was 2, 3, and 4 in this series, right? Well, I have looked for book 1 and I haven't been able to find it. I could have ordered it on like Thrift Books for pretty inexpensively. I just never have. But today, when I was at McKay's, I found book 1. And so now I have a whole set. Go me. And these seem pretty interesting. It's the cover for book 1. I paid $9 for this. It's set in mythical medieval Japan. We'll see. I haven't read them. I don't know when I'll read them, if I ever get to read them. So who knows, but I have a whole set. And yeah, so found that. It's pretty exciting. And so now it has like a little wave on the side, and it's like the full picture of the wave. That's what really got me. So anyway, so there's a tiny update. I'm gonna read a little bit more. I'm doing some laundry and some stuff upstairs, and I usually listen to a podcast when I'm doing stuff around the house. So yeah, so I'll read a little bit more. I don't think I'll finish it today, but I have to finish it tomorrow because Iron Flame is coming out on Tuesday. The internet is going to implode. I don't know if any of you guys are online. If you're watching this, you probably are. But yeah, everybody online is gonna just absolutely explode about Iron Flame. So anyways, I'll be back when there's more to update. I did it. I finished this. And as much as I want people to read this book, I think that you need to wait. I think you need to wait until the next book in the series comes out, because I am so upset at the potential implications of the end of this book. My favorite character, Orca, my sweet Orca, she's not sweet, she's vicious, is potentially in big trouble. Okay, I'm really hoping that her plot armor is plot armoring, because I will riot. I will riot if she is not in the next book, because she's my favorite. This was so good. I mean, it did have a little second book-esque, like second book slump-esque, where it was kind of like, it wasn't as, I don't know, it was just different than the first one. Like, there was more fight scenes in this. The fight scenes, I think, were better. Orca, at one point, bites a guy's neck and rips his throat out, quite literally. Okay, I'm so here for Orca kicking ass and taking names. Elvar, wow, that was a glow up. Varg, I think Varg is in love. Like, are we gonna get a little romance in between the throat ripping out with teeth? So it was a little bit different, it felt a little slower at times, but it was slower with a purpose. Like, they were doing things were happening in this. They're setting up another book. Wow. 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 If you have not read this series, I highly recommend it, but I would wait. I would absolutely wait. Okay, so like, you can read the first book and it's okay. Like, it ends on a cliffhanger, but it's not like huge. This is a mega cliffhanger, and I am upset. Okay, I am very upset. Wow. 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 This was so good. John Gwynne. Is John Gwynne an autobiographer for me? Maybe. This was spectacular. Highly recommend. 5 out of 5 stars. I cannot wait for the third book. Holy cow. Wow, I'm getting ready to go look on the internet when it's coming out. So, this was great. I haven't read any more of The Helm of Midnight or The Witch Would Not. I'll be finishing those this week, and this is perfect. Today is Monday. Iron Flame comes out tomorrow, and that is what I will be doing tomorrow. My special edition copy of Fourth Wing is in the mail. It will be here tomorrow. I'm going to pick up my pre-order from the bookstore tomorrow, and I will have my copy of Iron Flame in hand tomorrow. So, very excited about that. So I will see you in the next reading vlog. Bye!